Welcome back once again to your YouTube channel ENC Edumate. So this episode mainly concentrates on the revision and final preparation of the whole textbook, especially on focus area and non-focus area. The first unit titled Flights of Freedom is mainly concentrating upon the empowerment of women. What are the chances given for empowering themselves? So unit has the segments called, the first one is a speech, that is 3 L's of empowerment by Christine Lagarde. She is the first woman finance minister of France. 3 L's of empowerment is mainly talking about 3 L's: learning, labor and leadership. 3 L's. 3 L's that you have already studied. We have a detailed given wonderful class and notes about this one. You can refer to such things. 3 L's of empowerment. First, if we want to empower women, women should be given first education, and they should be given the labor opportunities, employment opportunities. That is the second constituent, empowering women. And third L is representing, they should be given opportunity for leadership. And also we have come across about an African adage, that is, if you educate a boy, you train a man. By the time if you educate a girl, you train a society. And in between the speech, we came to know that Christine Lagarde is asking the women to come out of their comfort zones and take risk and take up many endeavors in life. And finally the speech ends with, if you dare the difference, and the difference will deliver you. So that is actually the first unit, a speech, 3 L's of empowerment by Christine Lagarde. And second segment of the first unit, Flights of Freedom, is also a poem titled Any Woman by Catherine Tyner. So which is also is a poem mainly focusing upon the empowerment of women, and the poem is full of metaphors. And there are of course many rhyme schemes, rhyming words and figures of speech. That also detailedly I gave this one. This is a final review of the whole textbook and the units included in that one. And the third segment of the first unit is Flights of Freedom, that is Matchbox, a story by Asha Purna Devi. So there we have come across the characters like Ajit and his wife Nomida, and Nomida's widowed mother. Widow. So mother. And also a joint family's members also we have come across, and there is a dialogue, and that story is also highlighting the empowerment of women. And the last segment of the first unit called Flights of Freedom is a Horigallu. Horigallu is an anecdote, an event that happened in the life of the narrator or the writer, Horigallu. So here you must try to understand what are physical Horigallus and human Horigallus. Physical Horigallus in North India we can see is a stone bench placed vertical, stone bench placed on horizontal and vertical stones fed just for taking rest upon it for the tired travelers under the banyan tree, which is looking like a broadened or a big umbrella giving refreshing shade. And in that anecdote also we have come across 2 human Horigallus. One is the narrator's or writer's grandfather, a retired schoolmaster, and also the colleague who is working in Mumbai, and Ratna is another human horigallu. So in the first unit, this is a focus area. We have given very detailed classes. You can refer to ENC's all plus 2 English classes and notes you can take just to do it. This is a kind of a review of the first unit. That is very important one. And what are the expected questions means you can see. So what are the ways for empowering women? And also, how can you act as a human horigallu for the people who come in contact with you? And also, let us edit any of the paragraphs or lines from these 4 segments of the first unit may be asked. Okay, so you should be prepared with almost all these things. That is about the first unit, Flights of Freedom. Remember that one? First one is a speech, 3 L's of empowerment by Christine Lagarde, and the 3 L's stands for to empower women. And the second one is Any Woman by Catherine Tynan, is also highlighting the importance of a mother at home. The importance of a mother at home, how she is leading the family to a successful endeavor. And third one is a story. That is what we call it as Matchbox. That is also is about a kind of empowering women. And the last one is really an anecdote horigallu. Okay, so these are the important segments of the first unit called Flights of Freedom. Now we pass on to the revision of the second unit. The revision of the second unit, that is Heights of Harmony. Heights of Harmony. Let us see. Flights of Freedom finished. The second unit is Heights of Harmony. So Heights of Harmony. Heights of Harmony. Heights of Harmony. So Heights of Harmony is mainly talking about how we all are propagating the idea of universal brotherhood. We must love each and everyone as our brothers and sisters. So the first segment is about a poem, Mending Wall by Robert Frost, that is a non-focus area. But in the first 4 units, speech and story, poem, anecdote, all these are focus areas you must concentrate very well on. Now, this unit, second, Heights of Harmony, is starting with the first a poem, Mending Wall by Robert Frost. Mending Wall by Robert Frost. So it is about Napoleon Gay, that means Robert Frost, friend, a French Canadian, and also Robert Frost. They are trying to build up a wall between their 2 properties. So apple orchard and pine orchard, in order not to encroach upon others' property, but it is a futile, useless venting. There is something that doesn't love a wall. It's a repeated lines in the poem. Something there is that doesn't love a wall. And another refrain in the poem is good neighbors make good fences. Good neighbors make good fences. Okay, that is a very important thing. And also we have approached that one. Finally, there are no other animals. There are no animals to encroach upon 2 neighbors' property. Then the poet is asking why, what is the need of building up a wall? So at that time, the age-old saying that the neighbor, Napoleon Gay, French Canadian neighbor, says, good fences make good neighbors. So like that, there are rhyme schemes also, rhyming words, poetic devices, critical appreciation of the poem Mending Wall. So this is a non-focus area. Okay, non-focus area. And the second element that starts in the second unit is a story. Amico Brothers by Pyrie Thomas. It is actually it is a story. Amico Brothers by Pyrie Thomas. Remember, it is about two best or boon friends. So they are going to fight against each other in order to qualify for the final match. So that is what here finally they don't wait for the announcement of the winner of the matching contest. So they walked out of the ring hand in hand without waiting for the result, because they realized that both of them are good champions and winners. Then comes another one act play, The Hour of Truth by Percival Wilde. So look at the characters of the play. Okay, Robert Baldwin, John, his son, Evie, his daughter, Martha, his wife. Then John Grisham, the employer of a financial institution, and the employee Robert Baldwin. And also Marshall, who is coming and giving a wonderful opportunity in a better reputed bank as an employee or job opportunity for Robert Baldwin. So these are the characters. Finally, Robert Baldwin's honesty was rewarded. He was appointed or given a better, highly paid job in one of the reputed Third National Bank. That is what. Then these are the important things you must come across. And the Hour of Truth is already given very detailed notes and classes. Please refer to that if you have any doubts. Now, we will pass on to the third unit, sir. So, challenges of life. Look at it. Challenges of life is the third unit. Challenges of life. Challenges of life. Third unit, challenges of life. So here, the unit is mainly talking about entrepreneurship. We must risk something in order to achieve something. We must endeavor something in order to attain something. So the unit introduces the concept of entrepreneurship and also emphasizing the dignity of labor. Think about whatever the job you do, it has its own dignity. So any labor, okay, even washing the car, even washing the toilets or cleaning the toilets, it has its own dignity. So this unit, that is the challenges of life, is comprised of an interview with a young entrepreneur, Irfan Alam, a three-wheeled revolution. That class, this is a focus area. This is a focus area, concentrated very well. Very good classes and notes are there in ENCH. You may refer to that one. A three-wheeled revolution, revolution of auto rickshaw. That is about the interview. Set of 13 or 12 or 13 questions to interview and to know about, and it will inspire the learners. We also, after our education, must endeavor something. Okay, entrepreneurship. Then the second element of the third unit, challenges of life, is a personal story, Didi, titled Didi by Shagin Mistry. And also the unit consists of a poem, Stammer, by Satchidanandan. That is very important. You see, a personal story, Didi by Shagin Mistry, is talking about opening an Akanksha educational foundation in order to uplift the educational standard of children, especially girls. First, she had suffered a lot of things, personal impediments or blocks, then assistance from here and there, parents' permission, then starting Akanksha Education Foundation, and it has so many branches and many students getting benefited out of that one. That is a non-profit, a kind of a social service entrepreneurship taken by Shagin Mistry. Then the poem Stammer stammer. Stammer is a kind of a speech which has a different meaning. It is not at all a handicap by Satchidanandan, the poet. So when you just go through the poem, you will great understand about these kind of things. So this then remember that even God also stammered when he created the world. So stammer is not a handicap, he is substantiating, and this is a kind of a speech. This is a kind of a speech which gives different layers of meanings. That is what a stammer he is substantiating. It's a wonderful thing. Next, we will pass on to the next unit called live and let live. Live and let live. Live and let live. Live and let live. Let live. Live and let live. You see, we all are in the whole world, in the universe, live and let the other people live also. So a universal kind of, what do we call it, as a harmony. And also we have the right to live on the earth, and we have the right to give other people opportunities to live. Then this unit, that means live and let live unit, is comprised of, and this unit raises a question: what do we do to preserve the indigenous and the natural? So we have our own culture, traditions, our own, what do we call it, as the essence of the society we live in. How can we preserve this one, indigenous and naturals? So the unity includes, first one, a speech. Name of the speech is When a Sapling is Planted by Wankari Maathai. Remember, this is a wonderful speech when she was given award. At the time of receiving the award, she is contributing and he is giving this award to the whole humanity, the whole world, when a sapling is planted. It is mainly talking about the importance of afforestation. Green belt movement, there is a movement, green belt movement, green belt movement. Green belt movement. All over the world, the green belt movement is mainly concentrating upon planting various and numerous plants and make the universe very green, and also to protect our universe. That is why Live and Level, the first one, is a speech by Wankari Maathai, When a Sapling is Planted. So women at that time very much closely connected to the earth, because they go to the field, cut the wood and do the farming and nurture the children, so they know the pulse of the earth. So that is why they started a movement in order to afforest the whole universe, in order to afforest and make forest rather than deforestation. That is what is happening in the present, and which is imbalancing the universe we are living in. And here look, that is actually we are talking about When a Sapling is Planted is the first a speech by Wankari Maathai. Next one is a satirical poem, the another satirical poem, Rise by Chamanam Chako. He has written this poem in Malayalam language and it was translated by Professor K. Ayyappa Panikkar. So actually this is about the habit of Keralites shifting from food crops to cash crops. So that means they do not want to work hard in the soil, do farming. They wanted to get easy money, and they stopped farming cash crops. They shifted to start up farming cash crops. And what do they do for their food? Because the government will give rice to those who do not have paddy fields. And another satirical element is that chief minister is flying very fast to center to ask for rice for the people of Kerala or Keralites. That is a satirical element. Then the narrator who went for doing his doctorate in making toys with the husk, because he thought that husk is very abundance in his Kerala. After his doctoral degree, coming back to his own village, he came to understand that the Keralites in his own state, Kerala, stopped farming rice. Okay, they stopped farming food crops. So if they stopped farming rice or food crops, there is no availability of husk. Then the narrator thinks that his doctoral degree in making toys of the husk is waste. He cannot generate employment opportunities for his own state people, Keralites. That is all, because there is no availability of husk. Then he is asking finally, shall we again ask or beg for husk from center to make toys with husk and give more employment opportunities? That is the poem. So very detailed class and notes I have given. E and C edumator. There you can refer for more classes and what do we call it as notes. And finally, rice is also focus area. Please concentrate more on that one. And another one is an article or essay, Dangers of Drug Abuse by Hardin B. Johns. Dangers of drug abuse. Dangers of drug abuse. Dangers of drug abuse is actually an article or essay written by Dr. Hardin B. Johns. It is about what will be the dangers if we abuse, not using, abusing drugs. So he is giving two types of medicines or drugs. First one is a medicine approved by Hippocrates, the father of the modern medicine. Medicine which is used for just curing our diseases. So doctors will have to diagnose the diseases of each and every individual or patient, and after that prescribe a medicine for them. So that is needed for making our imbalanced physical condition of each and every human being. But there are sensual drugs. Sensual drugs are drugs which are not needed for the body, but which what we activate the pleasure cells of each human being. So finally, he is getting deprived of all five senses stimuli. Five senses stimuli is deprived of, and he is deprived of the activating himself from the life and getting. So based on that one, you can expect many what do we call it as questions, answers, and don't think about that real textbook like. What do we call it as questions and answers. That will not be asked. General questions based upon all these segments of the 5 units, you have to approach general questions. That is what here we are coming to know about. Okay, you can expect email, blog writing, character sketch, profiler, and edit the passage. Then in the language elements, active voice and passive voice, report the conversation between two characters. Like that you can then read and comprehend and answer the following questions. Comprehension passage. One passage is sure from your textbook, another may be unknown passage. Okay, another may be an unknown passage. So for that you must be prepared with almost all the elements of these 5 units. Okay, so now we will go to the next unit, the 5th unit, that is the lighter side. 5th unit, that is the last one. 5th unit, that is the last unit, that is the lighter side. The lighter side. The lighter side. The lighter side. You see, it is the unit which is something very humorous. So which make us think and laugh. The condition prevalent in our society, in our state, in our nation, especially in the whole universe also. And this unit is instead of a one-act play. A one-act play posteriorly for Christmas by R.H. Wood. That's a very important thing. Very humorous play. Posteriorly for Christmas by R.H. Wood. This play is mainly focusing upon the post office. Think about the earlier times, decades back, before the advent of modern technology and scientific inventions, people mainly dependent upon post offices for their communication, especially for a festival or Christmas, marking the birth of Jesus Christ for saving humanity from their sins. So Christmas time we will be sending so many greeting cards and gifts to our friends, relatives, family members, and all these. So on those times, or in the earlier period, people mainly dependent upon post offices for sending gifts and postcards or Christmas wishing cards. But now it is not possible. Everyone is in the social media, modern technology, scientific inventions. There is most modern ways of sending, and we can also talk to a person who is very far away in other countries also. That is what. So here, in a parcel in the post office, in the newspaper, there came some reports that in one of the parcels in some other countries, one gift is supposed to or came to be a time bomb. So in the one-act play posteriorly for Christmas, there came a wonderful big gift which started making some tick 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 sound. So by getting or listening, reading these news of time bombs, they also suspected this parcel to be a time bomb. Finally, there was a full chaos, disorder. Finally, that was a fine cloak by another tourist who wanted to send us a gift to one of his friends, which they took and put it in a bucket of water. Those precious and costly gift was damaged, and full of comedies and humors are running throughout the play. In the hurry-burry situation of post-yearly for Christmas, the last moment, the vacant moment of Christmas, sending these gifts and wishing cards are in a very hurry-burry situation, which makes the play. So remember that one, the characters of this one, the incidents happening, the dialogues told by the characters, which are very important. Don't try to recollect. This is a non-focus area. Okay. Then another one is a poem by. The title of the poem is "This is Going to Hurt Just a Little Bit" by Ogden Nash. This is also a very humorous poem by Ogden Nash. This is going to hurt just a little bit about dentistry, dental clinic, a person who is going to meet a dentist for clearing his teeth, and the doctor is like a road repairer, and the instrument used by the dentist is considered to be the apparatus used for just tarring a rod, and mouth wide opening and sitting in front of the dentist is coming like a monster and doing some pain to him. Actually, this is what the poem is describing. And remember that the writer is finally telling, if you visit a dentist once till your death, you have to visit alternatively the dentist. So he does not like to visit a dentist and get his teeth to be repaired or mended. That is another very humorous poem. This is going to hurt just a little by Ogden Nash. And last one is the last element of the last unit, the lighter side, the fifth unit is Crime and Punishment. Is a short story written by R.K. Narayan. Actually, Crime and Punishment is actually the name of a Russian novel by Dostoevsky, Crime and Punishment. But that title is taken here by R.K. Narayan, Indian writer in English, especially a short story writer and a novelist. He has adopted this title for his story. So this is actually a story mainly concentrating upon a little child or a little boy. Crime and Punishment. So this boy's parents are very rich and educated. The parents especially did doctorate in infant psychology and doing many, and they appointed a teacher for their son. The son is very mischievous and naughty. So he tried to play many pranks upon the teacher, and the teacher becomes a doll in the hand of the student, the boy. Finally, the teacher has to obey what the student tells her. The teacher became a puppet in front of the boy because the boy is over-parented. He is the only one son of the parent. The parent already told the teacher not to not to practice physical punishment upon the child, because they had studied in their infant psychology, especially in degree levels and post-graduation levels. The wife is also doing infant psychology in BA also. So they are educated and elite people. So they have given instruction to the teacher that because teacher is paid 30 rupees at every first day. So the teacher is afraid of the child. And actually, in one occasion, the child asked her, "Hello sir, stop teaching me. Let us have a game. You be a station master. I am an engine driver. So I will drive I will just drive a train. You just do the signal." And like that, many things. Actually, the story, that means the story started with some arithmetic. The story started with an arithmetic. The boy told a stupid answer, wrong answer, and after that the game is starting. So that is Crime and Punishment. Based on this one, you can ask, is over-parenting a crime? Or another English, spare a rod and spoil the child. Rod means a punishment cane which a teacher uses in order to punish the children if they are doing wrong in the classroom. Spare a rod and spoil the child. If you don't use a cane, you are going to spoil, damage the student. The student will not grow like that in a wonderful way. That is what. So Crime and Punishment, you can expect some. Over-parenting, is it a boon or a boon? Boon or a boon? Is it a curse or is it a bliss? Over-parenting. Then another one, spare a rod and spoil the child. Based on this story, Crime and Punishment, please write an essay, write an article. Okay, like that you can expect some questions also. So with this, we had completed the 5 units and their summaries, characters, and also the dialogues and expected questions. And a character sketch you can expect for Nomina's character sketch, Robert Baldwin's character sketch. Okay, and also grandparents and Ratna's both together character sketch. Or how can they be the human hurricanes? Like that you can expect many questions from all these 5 units and all the segments of the 5 units. So ENC Edumate has done very elaborately focused area notes and sufficient classes. You can go through that one and be prepared edit session. There may be 4 marks for editing. So 3 or 4 sentences or 5 sentences will be taken from any textbook constituents. There some words will be missing. You have to edit them and correct them. Okay. And also regarding verb, past tense, present tense, then future tense, simple past, simple present, simple future. Past continuous, present continuous, future continuous. Past perfect, present perfect, future perfect. Past perfect continuous, present perfect continuous, and future perfect continuous. So one passage will be given, some verbs will be given in brackets. Please complete the dashes. We're using the correct form of the verbs given in the passage. When you attempt this question, my dear students, don't write the full question on your answer sheet. Just write the correct question number and A, B, C, D. Write only the correct answers and you can save up more time. Don't waste your precious time in the examination hall fully writing the questions. Okay, so fill in the blanks with the appropriate words given in the brackets. Mostly will be of verbs or prepositions, whatever it may be. Please write, don't write the whole passage, whole question on your answer sheet. Write the correct question number and ABCD, write, furnish the answers. You can save up your time. Another thing is that look at the mark of each and every question. So there are so many students writing 1 or 2 pages for 2 or 3 marks. By the time most of their valuable time will be spent. Then for 8 mark questions and 6 mark question, at the last time, racing against time to cope up with. Finally, a student ended up with 2 paragraphs in a single page for 8 mark question. Don't lose a mark. Don't act foolishly in the examination hall like this. Please, that is why 20 minutes cool of time is given. So when you get to 20 minutes cool of time, please read all the questions. Plan your answers in the mind. How many 1 mark questions? How many 2 marks questions? How many 4 marks questions? How many 6 mark questions? How many 8 mark questions? Better you attempt high mark questions first. Then you will get more time to write more and more points and paragraphs for your 8 mark question. Then you will get more score for that one. And by the end of when it is by the middle or after the middle or by the end of try to concentrate on 1 mark, 2 marks questions. Okay, better the toppers and the normal students first spend usefully your 20 minutes cool of time for planning and arranging your answers. Then when the cool of time ends, warning bell will be there, reminder bell will be there. Start writing. So last one is an appreciation of the poem. Another one poem in connection with one of the poems in your textbook. Okay, so appreciation, I have given a wonderful class and a note in ENC Achievement. Please try to go and watch it and try to frame this one. Anyway, on 22nd, that means April 22nd of 2021, when you go to your examination centers or examination halls, please relax your mind. Recollect all the 5 units and all the segments or constituents or elements of the 5 units. Especially focus area classes and notes are there in ENC Achievement. Go for watching this one. Again and again. You have again one more day is tomorrow is a holiday. 23 is a holiday. 21 is the holiday. 22nd morning you will be going for attempting your English examination. More and more hours are there. Days there. Prepare very well. Refer to all the focus area notes and classes of ENC Achievement. And also watch this evaluation, review, toppers diary. So just listen to this class and prepare yourself. Hope you will benefit out of this. I'm stopping. Share to your friends. Ask them to be in touch with ENC Achievement. Thank you.